Welcome everybody to this week's Stapleford Parish Children's Podcast. And here I am in Alan's garden. Ruth and Peter are away this week, so you have me, Angela, and I'll be helped later on by Alan and a special guest. Now, last week we talked about Paul and how he changed dramatically from being somebody who didn't like the Christians and went out of his way to try and arrest them and put them in prison, to someone that heard Jesus and changed his life. He then went on to talk to lots of people about Jesus, and this upset his old friends, and he too got arrested. We'll come back to that story again in a minute. Last week also, Peter asked you about news. Now, we haven't had any videos of news sent to us this week, but if you're doing something exciting and you want to let us know, we'd love to see your video clips, and then we can share them with other people. It doesn't have to be a trip out. It could be that you're doing something in your garden. Maybe you've made something. Maybe you've grown something. Maybe you just want to say hello. Just send everything and we'll enjoy it all. Okay, I think we're going to have a song now.
Yes, this is the song where you have to fly and you have to run and you have to walk. Do you remember the song, Those Who Put Their Hope in the Lord? And they can clap along to the verse and then get ready with your eagle's wings and you're running. So plenty of room for this one. Let's see how we go. Those who put their hope in the Lord, those who put their hope in the Lord, those who put their hope in the Lord will renew their strength. Those who put their hope in the Lord, those who put their hope in the Lord, those who put their hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles, they will run and not be weary, they will walk and not be faint. They will soar on wings like eagles, they will run and not be weary, they will walk and not be faint. Those who put their hope in the Lord, those who put their hope in the Lord, those who put their hope in the Lord will renew their strength. Those who put their hope in the Lord, those who put their hope in the Lord, those who put their hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles, they will run and not be weary, they will walk and not be faint. They will soar on wings like eagles, they will run and not be weary, they will walk and not be faint. Last time, here we go. Those who put their hope in the Lord, those who put their hope in the Lord, those who put their hope in the Lord will renew their strength.
Hello everyone, Grandad Tom here. Now then, last week you had a story about Paul, didn't you? Well, this week I'm going to tell you another story about Paul from a bit later on in his life, and it's involving a shipwreck.
There was once a time when Paul was travelling by sea to Rome. He was being taken there by some Roman soldiers. They had already sailed part of the way and had stopped at an island called Crete. The soldiers wanted to sail a bit further along the coast to a port where they could stay for the winter. Paul warned them not to go, or they, the ship and its cargo, would all be lost. But the soldiers ignored him, and the ship set sail. At first the wind was light, but then suddenly a storm came, like a hurricane, and they were blown off course, away from the land. They thought they would all drown, but Paul told them that an angel had told him that they would all be saved. They struggled against the winds for 2 weeks, and then realised they were getting near land. They wanted to get onto the lifeboat, but Paul told them they had to stay on the ship if they wanted to survive. So they let the lifeboat drift away. They saw a beach and decided to head towards it, but before they got there, the ship ran aground on a sandbank. It got stuck and began to break up. Everyone jumped overboard. Those that couldn't swim grabbed hold of bits of wood to help them stay above the water. There were 276 people on the ship, and all of them made it safely to the shore. Some people who lived on the island made a fire so that the people could get warm and dry. Paul helped them to gather wood for the fire, but while he was doing it, a poisonous snake bit his hand and was hanging from it. He threw it into the fire. The people around expected him to become ill, but he stayed completely well.
Oh, I like that Paul. He was on the boat for a long time, wasn't he, in the storm? Wasn't just 2 hours or 2 days, 2 weeks in the wind and the storm. I once went on a rowing boat with my wife for half an hour and she moaned the whole way through. Oh, Thomas, the boat's rocking all over. Oh, Thomas, I think we're going to fall in. Oh, Thomas, when I look at you now, you remind me of Stephen Redgrave, 5 times Olympic gold medalist rower. Well, OK, she didn't say the last bit, but the first 2 she did. But Paul, he didn't moan, did he? He was confident, because of God, that he would get through it all. And even more than that, he was able to help the others get through it too. Oh well, hope you enjoyed that story. Keep safe, everybody. Goodbye. Bye. Bye.
So now we've got some more music. Now you might not know this song, it's a new one, but hopefully you can clap along, or maybe you'll pick up the chorus as we go through. Because it's all about how you can cope in a storm.
When the storm is raging, help me hear your voice. When the storm is raging, help me make a choice to follow you. When the storm is raging, give me peace inside. When the storm is raging, help my heart decide to follow you. Help me to trust when the sky is grey. Help me help other people to a better day. Help me trust and follow you. When the storm is raging, help me hear your voice. When the storm is raging, help me make a choice to follow you. When the storm is raging, give me peace inside. When the storm is raging, help my heart decide to follow you. Help me to trust when the sky is grey. Help me help other people to a better day. Help me trust and follow you.
Hello! Now we've heard the story, got some craft for you to try at home. I was wondering if we could try and make a healthy craft this week's food craft. So I was wondering if you can make a boat out of some fruit. Now I've used a piece of apple with a cocktail stick and a piece of cheese. You can use almost any fruit, pick something that you like. If you don't have cheese, you might want to use one of these wraps, and you can cut a triangle out of one of those to make a sail, or a cracker, or a flat crisp. I'd like you to be imaginative and see what you can come up with. You can also make a boat out of more householdy type objects. And we've made this one out of a dish sponge with a stick. These are the sort of sticks that you might have to do kebabs on the barbecue, and then a triangle of paper. You want to just make a little slit at either end of the triangle so that you can thread your stick through. And then stick it through the sponge. You could all try making one in the family and then have races in the bath. If you haven't got any of these dishwashing sponges, maybe have a rummage around in your recycling and see if you've got any containers that you don't want anymore that you think is going to float. And then you can always use some plasticine or clay to fix your stick, or even a straw to make the mast. At the end of the story, Paul got bitten by a snake. Now we've made a snake out of a paper chain. You want the paper chain to be quite chunky, so when you're cutting your paper, cut it across the short way so that you end up with short, thick strips. You thread the paper through each piece, and then you want some glue to fix it. And then you can put eyes and a snake's tongue on the front. Again, we're really keen for you to send us your videos, so if you've made something, please send us a picture or a video and then we can show everybody else. Thank you, have fun. And finally, before we finish, let's have a prayer time together. Now, I haven't got Barnaby with me today, but you might have a teddy bear that you want to hold, or maybe you just want to sit quietly in a circle as a family. So we think about Paul and how things were quite tough and he was stuck in a big storm, but God saved him. We ask that God will be with us all this week, however tough things might be, and give us the strength, and that we can use that strength to help other people that we meet. And now a big amen! Amen! Enjoy your week, and we'll hopefully see you next week. Goodbye.